tonight's Fit to Eat, we are preparing hickory smoked cauliflower chili with grilled zucchini. We recommend healthy alternatives to mashed potatoes as a side. We check out the local offerings at the Ocean Springs Fresh Market, and Registered Dietitian Rebecca Turner joins us as our guest on the show. Welcome back to Fit to Eat. I'm your host, Chef Rob Stinson, and tonight we are preparing stovetop smoked cauliflower chili with all the toppings, served with pan-seared seasoned zucchini. Tonight, Registered Dietitian Rebecca Turner is our special guest. You'll see her each week on the show offering tips on how to make wise decisions when it comes to eating better. And on this episode, she joins us for the entire program, gives us advice on sides to take the place of mashed potatoes. So, Rebecca, thanks for joining us.
Oh, good to be here. Good to be back.
It's so good to be here. And I tell you what, how perfect, because I know where you're going, that we're using cauliflower today.
You know, it's really an underused vegetable in the grocery store, so I'm so happy we're showing them different ways to get this in their diet.
We're gonna kick the heat on these pans just to get them going. But what I really want to do, right in the center here, I've got some beautiful hickory chips, okay? This is kind of an unusual way to do it. We've got some beautiful sliced cauliflower, and the more that it's open, the better. So what we're gonna do now is, if you'll take, let's just lift that lid off.
Okay.
And you see, woo, some smoke coming out. All right, I've already taken the liberty of smoking some of this cauliflower, and I wanted to see if we can almost get down into this to show how easy this really is. So let's move this over to the side just for a second.
It really looks like there's only two ingredients.
Isn't that amazing? You've got hickory chips. Let's see if I can turn it so they can see it on the camera.
Now, where do you find hickory chips?
You can get these at any grocery store. Any grocery store. And those are just natural hickory chips.
Would they be in like the lawn department?
They're actually, yeah, where you'd see them kind of in that area where they may have charcoal and those kind of items where you'd be doing barbecues.
So they're not with the cauliflower sitting in the grocery?
No, definitely not, huh? Now, I'm going to take this cauliflower. I've already smoked this batch.
Okay.
Just because of time. But I'm going to bring these pieces.
It has a beautiful brown, sort of crisp.
Isn't it an incredible aroma?
Absolutely.
Now what we're going to do is bring this over so we can chop it a little bit. Some of it will fall through, but that's all right.
You know, one of the best things about cauliflower is that it's actually bland on its own, but that gives it a really blank palate. So adding it and doing different things with it, it's going to soak up the flavor of what you're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to show them, we're going to actually smoke this other cauliflower that we have here, just so they can really get an idea how easy it is.
Now, if I'm a little bit of a lazy cook, guilty, can I buy the cauliflower not as a head, but then already broken into pieces and do the same thing?
Put it in like a little sieve.
Okay.
You know, you could put it in a sieve right in there so you could easily lift it out. Here we've got a few pieces. The hickory chips are warm. The beautiful part about it is those chips just sit on one side of your pan. You can smoke anything on this side. Chicken, trout, shrimp.
So the beauty is you have to keep them separate. You can't put them underneath.
And this is not really cooking it, it's just flavoring it with smoke. Okay. So now we're going to put the lid on. We're going to turn the heat on medium-high. And you can see in front, the only flame we have on is the one in front. Move those hickory chips right over it. And then in exactly 6 minutes, we'll turn it off.
Okay.
And then it's going to sit there until that smoke dissipates.
So this is the same thing as you would cook your Thanksgiving turkey in, correct?
Yeah, it actually is. So
it doubles,
multiple uses.
Multiple uses.
Right.
I love multitasking with my kitchen utensils.
I know. It's so cool, though, because I tell you what, I've done it with broccoli. I've done it with tasso to give a smoky flavor to some meats that you might want to flavor something with.
So you could do a variety of vegetables.
Unbelievable stuff, yeah. Now, what we're going to do is kind of chop this cauliflower that's all smoked, and I like to get all of it in here. No reason to throw out any of it. You know, I see people cut the pretty part off, throw the rest out, and you really don't need to.
A lot of the nutrition stays in the stem as well.
Yeah, you got that right. So now all we're doing is and I tell you why, this is the meat of our chili. So this would be the replacement for ground beef. So, I mean, think about the health sides
You're
there.
reducing the unhealthy saturated fats. You're boosting fiber by any time you can sneak in a vegetable. I bet your kids won't even know that it's
You
in
can't
there.
tell. You can't even tell.
And
I
just
swear.
because they don't know it's in there, they still get the benefits.
And you see how I'm cutting the stems up? That's the one tricky part, because if somebody finds a big piece of a stem, they're like, what's that? Ah! You know, and I mean, it makes it so fun. So now, only about a half a teaspoon of oil, and that's just a light canola oil. We're gonna throw the cauliflower right into that warm pan. Here in that little
sizzle.
I know, isn't that great? I always like to have the pan pre-warmed before you put anything in there, you know, and that way it keeps the oil from really going in the food. All right, so now we basically have all the cauliflower in.
You know,
I love the cleaver.
Again, by using canola oil over some of your other ones, you're just boosting those heart-healthy fats. It's just one more step to doing better.
All right, now we're going to start making what I consider a regular chili.
Yep.
So we throw in some garlic, mix it all around, chopped diced onion.
And white onion here, right?
This. It could be yellow. It could be purple. You know, it doesn't really matter which one you want to use. Maybe it's whatever you find in your fridge.
Absolutely.
You know, so at this point, we'll take the pan, toss it. I know you say you can't do that. I know. I'm gonna bring a piece of toast in here when you're on the show with me, and we're gonna practice together.
So say I'm scared or timid. Can I just take my tongs and toss it that way?
Of course.
Okay.
You gotta have a little fun though. All right, little black pepper. Okay, and we'll sprinkle it all around, because you gotta have a little spice in chili. Now we're gonna wait and add in our juice before I put the crushed red pepper, because what you'll do, if you throw the crushed red pepper in, that might stick to one and you get a big old bite of it, and it'll ruin it. We'll throw in our diced green bell pepper and our fresh chopped, beautiful farmer's market tomatoes. You know, I love going to the farmer's market.
Tomatoes are very rich in lycopene, which can help with certain cancers. And by cooking them, you actually bring out that cancer preventative a little bit more. Anytime you can add fresh tomatoes to any recipe, you're boosting their nutritional content.
Well, and look, I know we got a lot going on. So you can obviously go to mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat to get the recipe, or join us on Facebook, MPB, and our show, Fit to Eat. All right, now we're going to throw in our beans.
There's where your protein's going to come in with this chili.
Come on, look at this, huh?
Just because you remove the meat, when you add in beans, more fiber, good plant source of protein, you're still getting the filling.
And look at the beautiful colors, too. So you got black beans and pinto beans there. We're going to add a little bit of our chili powder, okay? And this is all salt-free. So far, you notice the other thing, huh? No salt.
Sodium.
Yep, low in sodium. There's absolutely no salt. Now, to give anything a real flavor, we're going to add a little bit of cumin, which gives it that great flavor that chili is known for. And then we're going to also add in a little bit of our coriander. And I love coriander. This is really fresh. Look at that. Can you see how it's just ground the cilantro seeds themselves?
I was going to ask, what is coriander? So it's ground cilantro seeds.
Yeah.
So you would find this in your spice aisle.
Yeah,
so it's dried?
Or if you really wanted to, you could use fresh. You know, if you have it at the house, you could use fresh cilantro. So right now, we're going to toss it again. We got all this going on, and then we're going to add in our liquid before I put anything else in. So let's add about half of our cup.
And this is vegetable.
This is pure vegetable stock. No salt, again. So
but if you
now
don't have that, you can use low sodium from the store.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I tell you what I like. A lot of the stores now are carrying basically sodium-free. So you got to look, you know, and that's one of the things I think we talk about on the show enough. Take a look at what you're buying, you know?
Absolutely. And again, the biggest reason to reduce salt is to help reduce your risk for heart disease.
Oh, gosh,
Still #1 killer. It helps with your blood pressure.
Isn't that great? Cloves.
Ooh.
Cloves. I love cloves. Those are fresh ground. Throw that in. And now we're going to add a little bit of our tomato paste. Just a tablespoon.
So that's
going to give it
that
that's going to give it the color. And now I'll actually do it your way. We will stir this all in together. I know, isn't it funny?
For us unprofessional cooks at home.
I didn't say that.
Hey.
You did.
Guilty.
And look at us over on the side there. You see the smoke coming out?
Ooh.
Little bit of smoke. Can we get a close-up of that little, look at that little bit of smoke coming out on the side of the smoker. If I were to lift that right now, we would have like this whole place engulfed. So the key, if you're doing this at home, don't peek.
Okay, so I'm not about to burn the house down when I see smoke coming out of the turkey
I
thing.
swear, and hopefully you won't even set off your smoke alarm if you do it right. Now,
Oh, it's very little.
Yeah, well, yeah, but if we lifted that lid, it would be intense. Okay. So right now, we're gonna kill the heat, and now the smoke will just settle into the cauliflower.
So the smoke is what's actually causing it to absorb the flavor.
Absolutely, and all that hickory will get right in there now. Look at that, isn't that great?
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Isn't that great colors in there too?
Be perfect on a cold day or after a hard day work. You need some comfort food.
Now we'll throw the crushed red pepper, and I don't put much. You know, you can spice that as much as you want. Now we really need to toss it though to get that crushed red pepper. I know you're like, I'm not going to wear this on my sweater. But there we go. Now we've got it mixed nicely. And now we're going to take a little bit more, and we'll just kind of slowly add this and simmer it and turn the heat down. Because at this point, you're just simmering it to soften everything, just like you normally cook chili. Yeah. And we can add a little bit more as we go. If you don't have stock and you've got all that flavor in there, you can use water too. And I mean, that is just an incredible use of cauliflower. But you know what? I think Rebecca has another great use of cauliflower, so take it away.
You know, Rob, you don't always have to change out your entree when you're trying to improve the nutritional value of your meal. Sometimes just switching out the side dish can really boost the nutrition of your dinner for your family. One of the quintessential favorites here in Mississippi is mashed potatoes. Typically, they're made with sweet potatoes or a boiling potato or even, you know, the Idaho potato. But oftentimes these things can increase the calories of the mashed potato as well as the starch content. So a great alternative that a lot of people don't know about is making mashed potatoes with cauliflower. Earlier I was telling Rob the best thing about cauliflower is the fact that it's sort of bland in flavor. So when you add it, it can easily be made into other things like cauliflower smashed potato. And it's super simple. I think Chef Rob did a great recipe. You can find it online or go to our Facebook and request it. But you simply just take a head of cauliflower. You're going to break it apart so it looks like these, or you can cheat and you can actually go ahead and buy these already washed and cut for you. And you're just going to use a little bit of olive oil. You know, just by removing that butter, which is high in saturated fat, and using a little bit of olive oil in with your mashed cauliflower, it's really going to boost those heart-healthy fats. Then you just take a little bit of pepper to add a little kick and flavor, and just a pinch of salt because it will make it taste a little better, but hold off on too much because, again, we're wanting to help remove salt from your diet so we can help decrease the risk for heart disease. So you just blend that in a food processor for a little bit, and you're going to wind up with these creamy and fluffy and rich side dish that your family will never know is not actual mashed potatoes. And I definitely recommend serve it one time first, see the smiles on their faces, and then get them know that they just ate a very healthy, low-fat, high-fiber side dish with their dinner meal. And if you do this simple dish, swap out and make your dinner meal fit to eat.
Unbelievable.
It's really that simple.
I swear, and it's such a great way. I love them.
Yes.
I love them. And man, you can throw so much flavoring in them if you want to. So here we go. We've got a pan in front hot. So come on over here, and here we're going to make, I call it my white seasoning. All right, this is a little bit of garlic powder.
Salt-free.
Salt-free. And remember, powder is salt-free, granulated is salt. That's onion and garlic and black pepper and a little bit of white pepper. And we're going to mix it all together because it makes such a perfect blend of seasoning. And again, guilt-free because it's salt-free.
Now, could you make large batches of this and keep it?
I mean, I have it in a container that will probably last me a year.
And that will knock out a lot of the steps and ingredients.
Oh, gosh, absolutely. Now, we're going to take one zucchini, okay, good fresh zucchini. Let me clean this knife off just a little bit.
This is one of my favorite vegetables. I actually will eat them raw.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with eating them raw. I try to slice them on a bias so you get a nice long piece.
So that's how they do it.
Doesn't it look pretty like that?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so we've
simple.
got, we save this because you can chop that up, throw it in a salad, put it in with something else. But these 4 pieces right now, we're going to sprinkle a little of our magic. And obviously you don't need all of this because this has got a good little bite to it with that white pepper and black pepper. So we're going to sprinkle each piece, and then when they get in the pan, I'm going to hit them on the other side. I love these because this is going to be the side dish for our chili.
Now here in Mississippi, you can definitely find these vegetables at any farmer's market during this season. They're everywhere. In fact, it's one of the main ones people grow in their own home. So a lot of viewers may actually have these growing in their backyard.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? So now we're just going to come back over the top of these, sprinkle a little bit more of our seasoning, spread it a little bit.
Now you put olive oil, or did you use a spray?
All that is, the only thing in there, I'm sorry, the only thing in there is a little zero fat spray. So this one doesn't even have oil. All right, so don't forget now, look, I know we're doing a lot, but this is all available at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat, or go to Facebook, MPB Fit to Eat. All right, so we're gonna turn that first. I think the heat was a little high. There we go. Look at that though.
Oh, look how pretty. Looks like it came out of one of your restaurants.
I swear, isn't that great? Now let's turn this up just a little bit. And then what I do, I keep water. And I don't know if you see me doing the show. I keep a little water on the side, and that'll help steam those veggies, and they'll still stay crisp. So let's come back right now and look.
I can smell it.
Oh, it's getting so good.
Taste.
It's getting so good. I'm gonna move this out the way so they can really see at home. All right, and then, you know, we even have the traditional toppings done healthy, which is some fat-free cheddar, because everybody likes to throw cheddar cheese on top of chili.
It wouldn't be chili without
A little
the
bit
cheese.
of fat-free cream cheese, and then some diced green onion.
You know, if I wasn't here to witness this, I wouldn't believe you it was this simple.
I mean, really good too. And you could eat it now, you could eat it tomorrow. I think it's better when you reheat it, but anyhow, that's me. Now, we're gonna have some fun. You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Do I get to do it?
Yeah, come on, let's see. All right, la-da-da-da, and look at it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Isn't that amazing? You can set that right on the side. We'll keep this, let's keep this open and exposed, and we'll use that for the next batch. But look at, you see how it's even got a beautiful shot they have on the camera of that smoky flavor that's gotten in all of that cauliflower.
You know, it'd be so much fun about that is when you do that, your kitchen is just going to be engulfed in just warm senses.
And I mean, I love the smell because the smell will actually go all throughout the house, and you know that, wow, we're smoking something really good. Now,
and dinner's ready
let's
and
come
everyone
back to
comes
these
running.
little guys, a little more water. We're going to turn them one more time.
Now, when do you know when to add water?
I just look at that pan and know it got a little bit dry, and we've got, oh, look at that. Isn't that incredible? And I want to keep them crispy. Okay, now a couple of them I'm going to add a little bit more of our seasoning to, just because I can see that some of them didn't get it. And don't worry if it gets in the pan, it really will all end up in the same place, hopefully on the food. And I like to just douse it around, and the smell of this with the garlic and the onion in the house.
You know, and this side dish is just absolutely so simple. You could swap this out with French fries and make it healthier when you're making homemade burgers.
Could be sweet potatoes.
It could be sweet potatoes.
All right, so let's take these now, flip them again, get that seasoning down on the pan. And then the only other thing I might do is when we turn it, we're going to hit a little more water in there. Because I tell you what, believe it or not, they're basically done. We've got just a few more seconds we're going on here, and then we're going to come back and kind of go through what we do to plate all this. But I like to, at this point, you move them around a little bit to be sure they're not sticking. That makes it tough on the camera. But anyhow, all right, so we're always encouraging you to visit your local farmer's market on the show. So next, we take you to one. Open year-round every Saturday from 9 to 1. The Ocean Springs Fresh Market gives you direct contact with the grower or producer of the items in your shopping bag. Fantastic.
The biggest challenge was finding farmers to do it. That's why it's called Ocean Springs Fresh Market. When we first started, we didn't have any farmers. Courtney Farms, bless the little heart, that were farming at that time, they used to send a guy over with their produce just to help us out. And gradually, you know, the farmers have started coming. It's every Saturday, year-round, from 9 till 1. If it's raining, we're still here. If it's windy, we're still here. If it's freezing cold, we're still here. And so people can rely on us, which for a farmer's market, they have to. You know, it's 4 hours out of their life every Saturday morning. You have to make an effort to come to a farmer's market. And we feel if the customers will make that effort, we need to make that effort too.
Have a good one. Appreciate it. How you doing? How you doing? Is there any way you can store this in your cooler just for a second? Yep.
It was based upon the European markets. Charlotte Frazee, the lady that I started it with, she had lived in France and was married to a Frenchman. I had lived in England and so knew farmers markets. And we decided we weren't going to have crafts. I can evaluate food. I was a chef. I owned restaurants. Food I can do, crafts I can't do. So we decided not to have crafts at all.
We named it after my mother-in-law. That's the reason why it's Teresa's Italian Cookies. She was from Sicily, and when she came here to America, she brought back her recipes from Sicily, so they're authentic. They're the original recipes for her, especially her fig cookies, the sesame seed, the anise cookies, and I've been doing this market for about almost 10 years now, so yeah. So, and I'm from Mandeville, Louisiana. I have a lot of good customers and also a lot of repeat customers. So.
The market is here 4 hours every Saturday morning, but it's like putting a stone into a pond and watching the ripples go out. They have personal connections with their customers. It's a small business incubator markets. People don't think of them that way, but they are. And they also make connections, which enables them to sell outside the market. It's about good food. This is what it's about. We had a gentleman about a year or so ago who hadn't been to the market for 2 or 3 years. And he went round all the stalls and he was standing in the middle and he was eating something and he said, I had forgotten what real food tasted like. And that's what we're about. We're about real food. We're about taste. We're about good health and all the other stuff too, but it's about good food.
All right, welcome back. Well, you know what? We get to have fun now.
It's tasting time.
It is about you tasting time. Plating. Let's plate it first. Let's take some of this beautiful chili, guilt-free chili, huh?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to put a nice little portion size in there. I'll save you a little bit. How about that? So you can sample it, because we're going to make this plate look so pretty. I want to make it, you know, and obviously that's one thing I like to talk about. People eat so much with their eyes as well as their taste buds, so it's so nice to make it look good. And I mean, look at that portion. And think how guilt-free that is.
I was just going to say, you know, when you make the simple switches in your recipes, you can actually get larger portion sizes for less amount of calories. So you get to eat more, enjoy getting that full feeling instead of having to have such a small quantity.
And you're gonna see, this is so low in calories to begin with. We're gonna get into the nutritional information in just a second, but we pretty much have all that we need there. Now let's take these magnificent, delish zucchini croutons.
They are so pretty. And you know, when you often think of croutons, you think of, you know,
bread,
oil-crusted, high-fat bread. But
and I like to just take that prettiest side, set those out. You can't escape back there. All right, and then this is the cool part. We're going to take and put guilt-free, fat-free, and I'm not going to put too much. Perfect cheddar. Then we're going to add a little fat-free sour cream right on top.
that's just a good boost of calcium right on top of an already
Isn't that neat? And then
delicious meal.
just some green onions we're going to kind of throw around for color. So we've got some pretty color going on there. And I tell you what, that is a dish that is so healthy, and I love the idea of it being, and you know what, I found a little bit extra here. But let's, you know what I wanted to say too, let's go back over for 1 second to this cauliflower.
Okay.
Because I think the neatest part about this, and we had this on camera, is to really show people, it looks like it's been roasted, huh?
Yeah,
Isn't
it
that
does.
amazing? And if you were to break a little piece of that off, you could eat that like a snack. Go ahead. You love, I mean, isn't that great?
Oh my God.
It has so much flavor,
crunch.
you would never believe. And that with some Greek non-fat yogurt and some of our little white seasoning with the garlic and the onion and the pepper.
Or serve this instead of chips and salsa. Put this instead of the chips.
Unbelievable. So let's talk about the nutritional value of this meal. All right. We've got calories. You ready for this? 151 calories.
No way.
Unbelievable. Carbohydrates, 29 grams, and those are good carbs. We got protein of 11 grams, and saturated fat, a whopping 0.
That will make your
So
heart happy.
I would like to thank our guest, Rebecca Turner, for joining us on the show. And if you're interested in any of the recipes you saw on tonight's show, visit our website at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our Facebook page, MPB Fit to Eat. So until next time, I'm Chef Rob Stinson. Eat well. And Rebecca, thank you so much.
That's good.
Thank you so much. We had so much fun with this one, huh?